The aroma of pine needles and cinnamon filled the air. Christmas carols played softly on the radio, their cheerful melodies a soothing balm to the soul. John leaned back in his armchair, a contented sigh escaping his lips. The fire crackled in the hearth, casting a warm glow over the room, adorned with festive decorations. He had been looking forward to this holiday season for weeks. Work had been demanding, the relentless pace leaving him feeling drained. But now, with the office closed for the holidays and the world blanketed in a layer of fresh snow, John felt a sense of peace he hadn't experienced in months. Christmas Eve promised a night of laughter, shared stories, and the simple joy of family. His sister Mary would be there, her infectious laughter filling the room. He smiled, picturing her face as she unwrapped the gift he had painstakingly chosen for her. Little did he know the festive cheer that enveloped him was about to be shattered, replaced by an icy dread that would chill him to the bone. The ringing of his phone pierced through the tranquility, a jarring note in the peaceful symphony of the evening. The voice on the other end was unfamiliar, a gruff baritone laced with an urgency that sent a shiver down John's spine. "John," the voice inquired, each syllable a hammer blow to his newfound tranquility, "this is Sergeant Davis from the Metropolitan Police Department." The words fire and apartment pierced through the fog of confusion that had descended upon John's mind. His heart pounded against his ribs like a frantic drummer, a chaotic rhythm to the officer's measured tone. His mind, still clinging to the remnants of holiday cheer, struggled to process the information. "Your sister involved. Need to come down to the station." The officer's voice seemed to come from a distance, muffled as if underwater. John's world, once filled with the warmth of the holidays, was collapsing in on itself, the festive cheer replaced by a chilling void. The drive to the station was a blur. John moved through a haze of disbelief and burgeoning grief, the flashing lights of the city streets a disorienting kaleidoscope. The officer at the station, a somber figure with weary eyes, confirmed what John's heart already knew. The fire, a faulty electrical wiring they suspected, had been swift, merciless. The following days were a maelstrom of bureaucratic procedures and crushing grief. John moved through it all in a daze, signing forms, making arrangements, each task a painful reminder of his loss. The vibrant, laughter-filled woman he had known was now reduced to ashes, a stark reality he couldn't comprehend. The smell of smoke seemed to follow him everywhere, a haunting reminder of the inferno that had claimed his sister. Sleep offered no escape. His dreams invaded by images of the fire, his sister's terrified face illuminated by the flames. Section 4. Back to life, back to work. Returning to work after the holidays was a surreal experience. The office, usually buzzing with activity, felt strangely muted. The cheerful banter of his colleagues, once a source of amusement, now grated on his raw nerves. John felt like a ghost, a pale imitation of the man he had been before the fire. His boss, a kind older man who had always treated his employees like family, greeted him with a warm embrace and words of heartfelt condolence. He insisted John take all the time he needed, assuring him his job was secure. But John, desperate for a distraction from the crushing weight of his grief, decided to return to work. The familiar routine, though initially painful, offered a semblance of normalcy in his now topsy-turvy world. Section 5. A sea of support. His colleagues, though unsure of how to approach him, were a source of unexpected comfort. Their awkward gestures of sympathy, a shared cup of coffee, a listening ear during a late-night work session, spoke volumes of their genuine concern. One afternoon, a colleague named Sarah approached him, her eyes filled with empathy. She had lost her brother in a car accident a few years ago, she explained, and understood the pain he was going through. Her words, spoken with the quiet authority of shared experience, were a lifeline in his sea of grief. He wasn't alone. This realization, though simple, was profound. It gave him the strength to face another day, to navigate the treacherous path of healing.